Hello and welcome to another video. So today we are checking out a Tenko Shrine Unlimited deck. Why Tenko Shrine Unlimited? Because I couldn't come up with anything else and I still love playing Tenko as it is one of my favorite variants of Healing Haven decks. So why not give it a solid go with it and just see how it performs in the current meta. So first up we have Haven versus Haven match. Not a bad way to kick things off, honestly. So, Keel, Thermise, and Mosaic Holy Water, not the best things. They aren't too much better. Golden Bell is a great turn 1 play, so that is actually really good to have in your hand early game. Pegasus Sculpture is okay, but not really great without anything to back it up. And Gem Princess, while good, definitely isn't great to end up with 2 of in your hand in this stage of the game. And is a little more mid-game-ish, which we're not really at. So I do throw the Holy Bow early. Just need something on board here. Unfortunately, our opponent pretty much had the perfect Elena setup, so that didn't really help us out at all. So my best bet was actually to try and set up for our Holy Marksman, since Holy Marksman can actually come in pretty handy when dealing with Elena. Disappointingly for us, we can't get rid of the 5/5, so I am willing just to have to take some damage here. Especially since we can heal pretty easy. And we've actually baited out a fairly good board. So they are going to get really good stats. We take 13 damage, a little rough honestly, with just 5 left. We do get to heal 2 at the end of turn though, plus we get 2 from this, and we can get 1 from the Tender Rabbit, so we are actually going to get 5 health back, putting us at half our max, while also wiping the entire board clear. Leaving us with just the 6/5 and the 1/1. Definitely respectable. Opponent wastes the whole turn with the Decree, which gives us a perfect chance to drop a Gem Princess. This will give us a +3 on health, which is great. Makes most of what they did to us pretty negligible now. They do end up getting their own Godsworn Wall. Luckily, that's not an issue with the deck we're playing. We get around that pretty easily, usually. I do need to take this out, so an Evo it is. You can actually probably even slip an Elena in this deck without too much issue and still run the deck just fine. But obviously, for the video's sake and for the deck play's sake, this is basically pure Tenko based. So we've managed to even things up a bit. Which means we're probably going to be dropping Decree next turn, since they are most likely going to wipe us out. Although it does mean they just wasted a lot of their healing for not much of a reason. We end up finally getting a Tenko. Pity both of our Pegasus Sculptures are gone and we're only generating 1 heal at the end of each turn so far. But at least we are up with the healing, so we do have Tenko and Zoe as well. We can use both of those in conjunction pretty easily. If we get a nice Tenko swing here, we can actually wipe it out with no issue. Yep, and there it is, the perfect Tenko swing. Since we can now start dealing damage to face. So we're going to get 6 damage for the turn on the opponent's face alone, and we're back up to our max health. Plus our hand is actually looking really good. Alright, and there goes basically our opponent's whole turn. We just need to worry about generating as much damage as we can now while we've got the chance, so obviously Holy Water is going to be some of the best cards you can play. So that's 4, 6. We're going to guarantee 1 at the end of that, but as far as we go now, we get them down to just 4 health. We also have our Holy Bow now as well, which does give us at least an option to do some serious damage in. We do need to get rid of these though. Luckily our 2/2 will do a nice job of that, since it will gain Bane when we play a healing card. Although we did get Decree, which is just straight up better at this point. So our opponent's only down to 2 cards, we've got plenty of healing coming, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Plus we have drawn our second Tenko, which gives us some decent pings, and another Decree. The opponent obviously trying their best to hang on here, but it's definitely not going to help them as we've just won straight up on board. So you should definitely never underestimate the power of a healing deck. It does do some pretty crazy things, even going up against another healing deck. We didn't really have any trouble dealing with the cards there at all. And in our favor here, getting a Tenko and double Goblin, that's actually not bad. Robo Goblins will generate, of course, healing with the repair modes, and the Tenko Shrine early should be pretty good. The only real trouble now is the fact that Blood is a very aggressive and unlimited, and that can be a real problem. So we do have to be at least cautious of what the opponent could potentially play, and not seeing a 2-drop definitely works in our favor. Alright, Snarling Chains isn't a problem yet. Oh, White Fang Temple tempting there, but I decided to go for the Goblin just in case we have to deal with a follower. Alright, that's going to be a pretty crazy turn. There's some serious damage on me. I do decide just to take the White Fang Temple. I know at best they got 7 damage off the Florus, and only 1 off the board, so the rest has to come from the face if they want to actually deal some damage. We do have the Holy Bow, which gives us a potential to go for lethal. So we definitely have a chance, but it's not going to be quite enough. Holy Bow was just 1 play point short from being lethal. If only we had 1 more play point, we could have went for double water plus the Holy Bow and the heal on board for 6. We could have, of course, only went for that. We actually were 2 off then, if I think about it correctly, yeah. So yeah, we were just short, which is disappointing. But since they didn't use the Evo on the 2-4 here, we can still clear it with, of course, Gem Princess. And at this point, we're going to be gaining that 1 health at the end of every turn, plus generating a 6/6 body at the end of the turn, thanks to the White Fang Temple. So we're definitely in a good spot. Not too much is dangerous on turn 7 against Blood. It's only turn 8 that could be a problem. And we still have the Holy Bow, which is going to well and truly guarantee us lethal from here. So Tenko is definitely one of my favorite Haven variants as far as healing goes. A lot of people hate it thanks to its obviously cancerous run on the ladder for a while, but I personally quite enjoy it. It's a fairly competent deck, and it just has a lot of fun ways you can deal a lot of damage, and that's always a good thing in mind books. So if you guys did enjoy this video and want to check this deck out, be sure to check the link in the description below, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time guys, see ya.